Ubuntu my foot, man. Neglecting your kids and feeding the neighbors is not Ubuntu. That's stupidity. And one thing that I've realized about this Operation Ubuntu and whatever that they're doing, first of all, they look funded. I think we can all agree when we look at all those banners and all these things, they can complain about much and sticks, but Bona, they look like a whole funded operation. And you can see that this is, no offense to Islam, but these are Muslims trying to protect their brothers, because there are so many Muslims, or there's a lot of Muslims in South Africa who are illegal. I just want to say heads up to Jacinta and the organization. We're fully behind you. Yes, people are gonna tweet and say whatever that they're saying about Ubuntu, even though they don't even know the core definition of Ubuntu itself. You know, Ubuntu is what? It's watching your fellow countrymen starve and not have jobs while jobs are occupied by foreigners who are not even legal. What is that Ubuntu? You cannot tell me that I should look at my country, go through all these things that it's going through, and just keep quiet because Ubuntu. No, that's not gonna happen. If South Africa is gonna go on the way it's going on now, we're definitely gonna have to sometimes forget about Ubuntu and face the problem head on. There are times when you are being invaded where you're not gonna have to be thinking about Ubuntu. You're gonna have to be thinking about protecting your kids and your kids' futures. If things go on the way South Africa is going on right now, in 10, 20 years' time, our kids will look at us and ask, what did you do to prevent this? We know about neighborhoods that are being taken over by foreigners. There are neighborhoods that you cannot go to. In Cape Town, there's a neighborhood that you cannot go to that neighborhood when you're South African. It's Pakistanis, it's Ethiopians, it's Somalis. These groups, they come here and they group themselves, and they maybe buy buildings around a certain neighborhood, and then now they don't want you to be in there if you are not part of them. So South Africans need to also think about preserving their own cultures. I saw a video of an American, I think it's an American congressman who was saying, you know, the Western society has a right to preserve their own cultures, their own identities from these invasions. We're facing an invasion in South Africa.
If you are not a Black South African, we humbly ask you to refrain from using the word Ubuntu. You are welcome to use the equivalent in your own language, but just stay away from using the word Ubuntu. The word Ubuntu is increasingly being used by some privileged members of other racial groups and the clueless Black elite to emotionally blackmail Black South Africans from poorer communities into accepting all the problems associated with uncontrolled illegal migration. These very same people would go up in arms if they were the ones faced with these problems. The word Ubuntu is sacred among Black South Africans. It cuts at our very core. It is one word that defines our very being, the very meaning of our existence, and we hold its meaning in very high regard. Using this word willy-nilly, even in circumstances where it does not apply, is very insulting, condescending, and demeaning to South African Black people, and talks to a holier-than-thou attitude. As a South African Black person, you think a million times before you say to another person, "Akanabo Ubuntu," because you know and understand that there are far-reaching emotional and psychological consequences for that person associated with such an accusation. The irony of all this is that the very same people throwing this word about are themselves not practicing Ubuntu. It is an open secret that employers of illegal African migrants are white and Indian-owned businesses and affluent South Africans of all races. They exploit the vulnerability of these poor people to maximize their undeserved profits. They pay them slave wages while making them work long hours under deplorable working conditions because these people are not protected by labor laws that apply to South Africans. We are not fooled. These are the very same people who are up in arms fighting against deportation of these illegal migrants, calling for them to be documented instead. These people do not care a hoot about these illegal migrants. They are only concerned with what is going to happen to their businesses, the profits that they are going to have to forgo. Truth be told, since when do Indian and white people really care about people of African descent? If their concerns were genuine, they would have known that charity begins at home, and they would have offered employment to their fellow South Africans first. Whatever you do, if you are not a Black South African, don't come to social media platform and accuse fellow South Africans whose very life, whose very existence is a daily struggle for survival of lacking Ubuntu. You have no clue what you are talking about. And this is very insensitive to people who are struggling daily just to breathe.
Sanibonani, uphathulo wa Ubuntu. In a perfect world, I would have titled this video The Misappropriation, Misuse, and Weaponization of Ubuntu. I think it is very important that we know ukuthi kwenzakalani right now, because this organization or this movement right now, they put in the land issue as a facade, but their main aim is to persecute community activists that are addressing the issue of illegal immigration, because bona by addressa as illegal immigration, by addressa as something that should be allowed like South Africa. Because if something is illegal and you are marching for it to be allowed, we understand. So what is Ubuntu? I was lapho, because one of the things that really breaks my heart in the conversation is the misuse and the cultural appropriation noma ukuqhwagwa kobuntu. You understand? And in the history books right now, history is being rewritten. Kuzothiwa abantu who were against Ubuntu ba weaponize our biggest and our greatest and our holiest philosophy. We understand? Something that we Bantu people of this land identify ourselves by. In the history books ngelinye ilanga kovela emlandweni ukuthi Bantu once were against Ubuntu, their holiest philosophy. And it's gonna look as though now we are rejecting or we are fighting against our own thing. Ngani now, why would it look like that? Because there's been a misuse and a misappropriation of Ubuntu. What is Ubuntu? Ubuntu in the South African context is justice. Ubuntu is the truth. Ubuntu is restoration. Ubuntu is redressing and addressing. Ubuntu is accountability. Ubuntu is righteousness and justice. You understand? So, South Africa as it stands is one of the world's most unequal societies. You understand? First, this isn't even the right picture, because if you look at Sandton and Alexandra, the difference is even stark. So what I'm trying to say is, in a world where the perpetrators of this injustice have not been held accountable, have not even done any work to reparate, have not even done any work to restore or to fix this, there can never be Ubuntu without redress, without accountability, without restoration. There can never be Ubuntu without healing. In our cultures as Bantu, if your father stole cows from my father, there can never be a shared moment of reconciliation without restoration of those cows. Stop misappropriating Ubuntu. Stop misusing Ubuntu. If Ubuntu was a legitimate cause, this organization was a legitimate cause, they would be marching for this. They would be marching for land reform. They'd be marching for restoration of the land to the natives. They'd be marching for people to, in fact, they'd be marching for reparations for Black South Africans. You understand? They'd be calling for people who are beneficiaries of this injustice that happened. There is no Ubuntu without the truth. There is no Ubuntu without addressing unfortunate events and thievery of the past. You understand? So stop taking our highest philosophy and our holiest philosophy and misusing it and misappropriating it. And stop using, in fact, no sane person could ever use the philosophy of Ubuntu without consulting Abantu. You cannot disconnect Ubuntu from Abantu. How can you take something that belongs to me, my identity, and go and plaster it on a board without consulting me, Umuntu, about my philosophy, about my way of life? That is what we call cultural appropriation. But then again, it's nothing new. It's still that colonizer mentality that allows people to march around while Abantu live in these conditions. You are busy marching for people who are not even of this land without addressing the inequalities in this land, without addressing the crimes that were committed by colonizers in this land. How then do you dare speak to us about Ubuntu when you yourself is a philosophy that you don't understand, let alone possess? How did Ubuntu ignore 400 years of injustice against the Bantus and then goes and addresses injustice that has only happened for 2 seconds? That there's a problem in Africa, people are flocking here, and the Bantu are saying, no, we do not want those people here. This Ubuntu movement further dispossesses not only us of our identity, but it further dispossesses us on our claim of the land that we belong to. Because who are you? Who is supposed to be responsible for these people that you are lobbying, that these refugees must come to South Africa? While South Africans have been victimized, are actually refugees in their own country. No decent human being can live in these squatter camps that South Africans are living in. South Africans are refugees in their own country with this kind of setup. What about Ubuntu? Does Ubuntu overlook the suffering of ordinary South Africans? Why does Ubuntu only apply where South Africans have to make space for refugees amongst this? Because one thing I do know, refugees will not be dwelling in Sandton. They are expected to still go to Alexandra. They are expected to still go in Soweto, where there was an intentional removal of people from the land. There was an intentional brutality against Abantu. Did you ask people, did you ask Abantu how they feel about you using their philosophy against them? Did you even ask them? The reason they feel so comfortable to use Ubuntu without Abantu is because of that colonizer mentality. It's that colonial mentality that allows you to go around marching using our sacred beliefs against us. Our sacred beliefs. While you pack us like sardines in these kinds of areas. While you haven't done the redressing and the addressing of this heinous crime. This is a crime against humanity. And it's still going on. You have not done a single thing. I've never seen a single march that is marching or even a single court case against even the Western Cape government for refusing to house their people, for refusing to house Abantu. Stop misusing and misappropriating Ubuntu. Ubuntu obetu. Obetu. Stop misusing and misappropriating Ubuntu. Stop stealing our identity. Stop being sarcastic when it comes to things that we value. Protect abantu, remove them from these situations before you even speak of refugees. South Africans are living like refugees. What about South Africans? What about this? What about us? Does Ubuntu only apply to foreign people? It doesn't apply to South Africans.
That's it, guys. Don't forget to like and share this video. Leave your comment down below. See you on the next one. Danko.